We got the tools, we got the talent. Alright, welcome back to another episode of the Thomas Rocket Car. What I'm going to do today is work on getting this rear area cut out so I can get down to the spring bucket, get my new structure built like over here on this side, and then I can take the rear wheel well out and fabricate that like the other side, and we'll start putting that back together. So here we go, let's see what happens. Okay, I'm going to cut it here, cut it here, cut it here. Cut it. Getting there. It's a tough battle. Gotta cut that top piece out there. I'm still fighting with that. Let me get down on that here and see how we can go. Bam! How's that look? I'll go ahead and I'll start building this triangled support here before we cut this up. Alright, I got my member made here, my first angled member. It's fitting nice. Let's go ahead and I'll tack it in here, get the spring bucket reattached, and that way I can take the bottle jack out. Once I get the spring reattached, I can take the bottle jack out. So let me bust out the welder and I'll go ahead and tack this sucker in. There we go. Now both sides match. Tomorrow I'll be able to trim all this top of the spring bucket back, clean that up. I can start making my wheel well lip. I can make the inner splash shield, inner fender well, and then I can put the bead rolled wheel well tub in. So hoping to kick this whole side out tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and fire up the shear and the brake and the shrinker and make the down curve for the wheel well. Just same process as the other side. So let's zoom on over there and check that out. Alright, so I went to the brake and I broke up the 90 here. So let's go ahead and get the shrinker here and I'll put some curve action into it. Just gotta remember which side I wanted. This side. Right here. Alright, here we go. The secret is just do little bites at a time. Just like this. Kirk. I'm going to compare it to the car, the existing one here. Alright, I got it. It's the right curve. That didn't take too long, about 20-30 seconds. So let's wheel on over to the car and check it out. Let's wheel on over here. Aha! So, I marked where this has got to go down here. It's going to go and tie in up here like that. Right there. It's just that easy. I'm going to go ahead and make the upper part here, the upper flange. We'll get that tacked in, and then we can start making the splash shield. Right on the money the first try. So I got to do some trimming, but this is going to be up here. The front is, I got to trim this back, and then I'll trim this edge down to meet the thickness of this. So that'll go right up in there just like that. Alright, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and get it tacked in with a welder. Alright, so I cut off the piece for the top of the wheel well. Let's go ahead and see how it fits. I gotta move the welder because it's right in the way. I'll be right back. Alright, so I got the top of the wheel well all clamped in here. It's fitted up good. And I'm gonna go ahead and weld her in. That's it. I got it. It's in there. I'll go ahead and I'll fab up this lower piece down here. And we'll keep going. Alright, I got the lower wheel well piece made. I got 3 plug welds up top, and then I got the overlap down here, and it's got a flange on the bottom for the belly pan that goes down in here in the corner. So I'm going to go ahead and tack and tap her and get her welded in. Now, if you're wondering why I always say tack it and tap it, it's because when you're welding something like this where you got one piece of metal overlap the other one, when you weld, the metal moves and it'll lift the seam up a little bit. So when the metal's hot, I weld my little seam here, and then I take the hammer and I tap it. I tap the seam back down tight, so I get a tight gap here, so I don't get like a weld and then a high spot and a weld and a high spot, and you get a quilted look with a bunch of gap under here. I tap all that back down. So that's why I say tack it and tap it. Tack it with the welder, then you tap it down with the hammer, and it keeps the seam nice and tight. So that's why I do that. All right, so I got the inner panel we made before in the bead rolling video. We made them both at the same time, so I got that fitted up and trimmed out. Fits pretty good, lines up pretty good with the other side. So I got to make my my 90-degree flanges out of sheet metal that weld onto the spring bucket to give the flange for this. And I got to drill this for plug welds down here. Skip lap welded up here. I can do a little trimming here, but about ready to weld this guy in here. Then we'll have 2 brand new wheel wells, and the trunk will be almost done. Alright, here we go! Welding the wheel well in. Well, that's going to conclude the rear wheel well section. I just got a couple more tacks to hit and I'll be done, but thanks for following along on the Rocket Car. Go to Instagram, hashtag Thomas Rocket Car. Hashtag Thomas Rocket Car on Instagram. And please subscribe, follow along, like, and share with your friends. Thanks a lot for watching. Hello! Here I am in the window! Uh-oh. How does this hit? My linkage is all twisted. Just give him the high gear. Get me out front of that pace car. This race is over for us. I'm almost there. Got most of it cut out now. Still fighting with the top piece. Listen to that echo in here. Echo! Echo! Hello! 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 Echo! Anyways, gotta do a little more cutting up here at the top. There. Alright. Hold on. What happened here? Ay, ay, ay. It's like Rochambeau down. There we go.